For many generation of South Indians, it never was sa pa sa. It was always sa pa ba. Many of the South Indians will accept when I say this that we have slept more to SPB's voice than our own mothers, as SPB has been intertwined with our lives for over 54 years. Yes, 54 years of his music domination has finally come to an end. It's the end of an era. It's like we have lost a member of our own family. SPB will live with us forever. As a small homage to the greatest singer of India, Simbly Curious is coming up with 50 facts about the great singer. Many don't know what SP stands for in his name. He was born as Shripati Pandita Radyula Balasubramanyam on 4th June 1946. He was born in Konetammapeta, Nellore district, Andhra Pradesh. He has 2 brothers and 5 sisters, including singer SP Shailaja. Music came naturally to him as his father was a famous Harikatha singer and a theatre artist. SPB was good at his studies and he enrolled in JNTU, Anantapur to become an engineer, but had to drop out because of typhoid. With a passion in music, he used to perform at various music shows and competitions. In 1964, he won the first prize in a music competition for amateur singers organized by the Madras-based Telugu Cultural Organization. SPB used to head a music troupe with Aniruddha on harmonium, his friend and maestro Ilayaraja on guitars and percussions. Ilayaraja's brothers Bhaskar and Gangai Amaran were also part of the troupe. This association with Ilayaraja continued for more than 40 years. He was selected as the best singer in a singing competition, which was judged by SP Kodandapani and Ghantasala. Kodandapani eventually became his mentor. Not many know that SPB was fond of Mohammad Rafi and sung many of his songs. SPB got launched in film music in December 1966 with the Telugu film Shri Shri Maryada Ramana under his mentor Kodandapani. The first non-Telugu song that he recorded just 8 days after his debut Telugu song was in Kannada in 1966 for the film Nakkare Ade Swarga. He recorded his first Tamil song Atta Noda Ippadi Irundu Ethanai Naalachu, a duet with L.R. Ishwari in the music direction of M.S. Vishwanathan for the film Hotel Ramba, which never got released. Eventually, his first song in Tamil became Iyarkai Ennum Illai Kanni from the movie Shanti Nilayam. He was selected to sing Ayiram Nilave Va starring MGR and Jayalalitha. SPB suffered from typhoid once again just before the recording and hence could not lend his voice to the then superstar, which disappointed him greatly. But MGR was adamant that only SPB should sing it, so he pushed the dates of the recording and gave that chance to SPB. This may be the first time ever that a superstar pushed the deadline for a rookie. He was then introduced to the Malayalam film industry by G. Devarajan in the film Kadal Palam. He came to international prominence with the 1980 film Shankarabharanam, which won him his first national award as a singer. The film is considered to be one of the best films ever to emerge from the Telugu film industry. Directed by K. Vishwanath, the film's soundtrack was composed by K. V. Mahadevan and led to an increase in the usage of Carnatic music in Telugu cinema. Balasubramanyam received his first National Film Award for Best Male Playback Singer for his work in Shankarabharanam. His first work in Hindi films was in the following year, in Ek Duje Ke Liye, for which he received another National Film Award for Best Male Playback Singer. Balasubramanyam began to record more songs in Tamil, especially for Ilayaraja, with S. Janaki. The trio considered to be highly successful in Tamil film industry from the late 1970s and throughout the 1980s. The trio even came together for Telugu films, and their combination in movies like Sagara Sangamam, Swadi Maityam and Rudraveena were big hits and also gave SPB 2 of his 6 national awards. In the year 1989, Balasubramanyam was the playback singer for actor Salman Khan in the blockbuster Maine Pyar Kiya. The soundtrack for the film was very successful and he won a Filmfare Award for Best Male Playback Singer for the song Dil Deewana. For much of the next decade, Balasubramanyam continued as the romantic singing voice on the soundtracks of Khan's films. His combination also extended to Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, which became the highest-grossing film in Bollywood history and remains one of the biggest-selling soundtracks of all time. Balasubramanyam's duet with Lata Mangeshkar, Didi Tera Devar Divana, was very popular. This solidified Balasubramanyam as one of the biggest playback singers in India. He has a unique record of singing most number of songs in a day, that is 21 songs in the span of 12 hours for Kannada composer Upendra Kumar. The record was broken later. That record was broken, but his record of singing multiple songs in a day in multiple languages, that is 21 in Kannada, 19 songs a day in Tamil and 16 songs a day in Hindi, is still a record. With an average of 930 songs a year or 2.5 songs a day, SPB has sung around 40,000 songs, which is a Guinness World Record, probably unbeatable by anyone in the world ever. He has sung in various Indian languages, including a tribal language, Gond. He has sung for over 8,000 films and private albums. From giving vocals to a youthful uptown number to the extreme pathos song, from a commercial heroic song to a sincere devotional number, he has done it all. Imagine, all of this has been possible without any formal training. He has won 6 national awards, most by any singer, over 4 languages. 3 in Telugu for Sagara Sangamam, Rudraveena and Shankarabharanam, 1 in Hindi for Ek Duje Ke Liye, 1 in Tamil for Minsara Kanavu, and 1 in Kannada for Sangeeta Sagara Ganagoi Panchakshara Gavai. SPB recorded 3 songs for A.R. Rahman in his star-making 1992 debut soundtrack Roja, which included singing the Tamil, Telugu and Hindi versions of the songs. They have frequently collaborated since then. SPB got his first Tamil National Award under the composition of A.R. Rahman, which came for Minsara Kanavu's Thanga Thamarai Magale. Apart from singing, he has worked as a music director for 46 films in 4 different languages, which includes Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Hindi. Some of his notable works as a music composer in Telugu include Padamati, Sandhya Ragam and Turpu Velle Railu. SPB has acted in 72 films in 3 different languages, Tamil, Telugu and Kannada. He is probably the only Indian singer to have acted in so many films. He can also speak Tamil, Telugu and Kannada fluently and is good in Malayalam and Hindi too. SPB was also a sought-after voiceover artist. Balasubramanyam accidentally became a dubbing artist with K. Balachandar's film Manmada Leela, the dubbed Telugu version of Manmada Leelai, providing voiceover for Kamal Hassan. But after he gave voice to various artists like Rajnikant, Salman Khan, Bhagiraj, Mohan, Girish Karnad, Gemini Ganesh, Nagesh, Karthik, Raghuvaran, Vinod Kumar, etc., SPB was the default dubbing artist for Kamal Hassan's Telugu movies, dubbed from Tamil. For the film Dasavataram, he dubbed for 7 characters, including an old lady character. It's difficult to find out if SPB has really dubbed Kamal or if Kamal is acting on SPB's voice. He even dubbed for Ben Kingsley in the Telugu dubbed version of the Oscar-winning film Gandhi. Besides playback singing, SPB was also the chairman of the Kodandapani Audio Labs, Chennai. He received civilian awards such as Padma Shri in 2001 and Padma Bhushan 2011 from the Government of India. In 2016, he was honored with the inaugural Centenary Award for Indian Film Personality of the Year at the 47th International Film Festival of India. He is a famous TV personality as well, having acted in 2 Tamil and a Telugu serial. SPB has also hosted a number of music reality shows like Padala Nivundi and the very famous Paduta Tiyaga, which introduced a plethora of musicians to music industry. He has also accepted the honor of being a judge in many famous shows in Tamil, Telugu and Kannada. His humility was unsurpassed. The way he conducted himself just gave him more fans. He was always there to stand up and be counted to the thousands and thousands of charity concerts or fundraising events when it came to social service. In 2013, the singer returned to Hindi cinema after a gap of 15 years by delivering the title song of the record-breaking 2013 release, Chennai Express. Very ironically, SPB got introduced in Eastman Color Tamil movies Shanti Nilayam and Adimai Pen, but gave most of his famous and evergreen songs to movies which were black and white. Not many people know, but SPB has been acting and doing guest appearances in movies from 1969. He also did a guest appearance in the famous Tamil movie Muhammad bin Tughlaq. His first film as a hero was in 1990s, Keladi Kanmani, and the movie became a blockbuster. He eventually acted as a hero in a few movies later on, but he is famous for acting in cameos and as a side actor. His famous acting performance would be in films like Tirada Tirada, Kadalan and Ullasam. His breathless rendition of a full verse in the song Mannil Inda Kadalandri in the film Keladi Kanmani turned many people's heads. In 2012, he received the State NTR National Award for his contributions to Indian cinema. SPB tried to support sports and he actually sponsored a chess team which eventually sported Vishwanath and Anand. In his tweet, he had told that he was his first sponsor. On 25th September 2020, our very dear SPB died at the MGM hospital after suffering from COVID-19. The entire South India prayed for him to get better, but unfortunately, it helped in just extending the inevitable. In his famous song Sangeetha Medai in Tamil, there is a verse, "Even if his body perished, he would live on in his music." True, extremely true. You will live on with us with 40,000 songs. For a singer who has made so many of his fans sleep with his angelic voice, it's time for you to sleep. A well-deserved sleep. Thank you for everything, SPB sir. You will live on as long as Indian film music lives.